Welcome to the Global Mindset University. I am your host, Ashadiee. And on today's episode, we will discuss about selecting IDs. Why do we need them and what are they? Well, basically, IDs are these things. They usually highlight words. They do some stuff with CSS. Like, let's say that I wanted to highlight a word. And, the word was a header. It was a header for this huge page. And I also wanted the other ones to be the same. So then I could make a ID. I could put the name of it, and then I would put the name, and then after that you could pick which word do you want the CSS to be on. Then you put the word, you go to the CSS, which is on the style. If you have not added it, put it there. Then you put the name of it with a hashtag at the first. Then you put what CSS you want. Do you want the background color to be something? Whatever. Now you could use a RGB color, or you could just pick a specific color like green, blue, purple, yellow, green, wow, all those stuff. So, you could use IDs for lots of stuff. You could use IDs to create backgrounds. Yeah. Well, on the next episode, we will talk about classes. Learning just how to make one header, one color, while the other one's none. So, let's hop onto the computer and get started. An ID is something you use to highlight words or something you want to do. Like for an example, if I wanted to highlight a group of headers, then I could use an ID. First, I need to name the ID. First, I need to tell it, is the ID a header? Is it a paragraph? Is it a something? Yeah, so right here, I'll put P, which means it is going to be a paragraph. Well, it is an HTML ID attribute. The ID attribute specifies a unique ID for an HTML element. The value must be unique within the HTML document. The attribute is most used to point a style in a style sheet and a JavaScript to manipulate the element with a specific ID. So that means right here I have P for the paragraph. Then I need to put ID. ID. So then we need to put what do you want the name of the ID to be. Because if that would happen, then that'll give us an error. So what do you want the name of the ID to be? Let's put the name of the ID to be paragraph. Paragraph. Then I might need to close it, and I also need to end it. Now right here, what do you want? Over here, what word do you want to use CSS on? Like, do you want the word to be paragraph? Something, yeah. So right here, I prefer the name, it to be paragraph. Paragraph. And then we might need to end it with a closing P tag or element. And good. We've created a ID, so now we need to assign it. So right here, this is the HTML code. I'll just write over here, HTML code. Good. Now here, I'll put CSS code. CSS code. Good. CSS code. Now, right here, we need to put the name with a hashtag. Always remember 2 lines. And then that. I hope that's a hashtag. If this is a hashtag, then then we need the name. The name is paragraph. So then I'll just put PARAGRAPH. Paragraph, and then this parentheses. We should start it here. And then, what do you want it to be like? I want it to be highlighted. So that means we need to put the background color. I'll just put back color. Then, what do you want it to be? Since it is a paragraph, I prefer to be highlighted in yellow. Okay, and the next thing is just a semicolon. I should close it like this much. Good. So the background color is yellow, then we just need to close it. And good, you created your first ID. But why do we need IDs anyway? Well, we usually need IDs for, let me show you. We need IDs for something like this. Let's say that I wanted to highlight all of the H1s in my code. Then, if I did that, then what would I need? I need an ID for all the H2s. All of them. Not just one of them. Well, if you just want to pick one of them, you might need to use a class name, which we'll talk about on the next episode. On today's episode, we will discuss about seasonal ads. Let's get started. So, the first thing we will do is read the instructions. Then we will do the code, which is right here. Color the winter heading. This web page describes the favorite seasons of Olaf, a sun-loving snowman. Both of the H2 have IDs, but there's no CSS rules for styling them yet. Add 2 rules that color the headings. Just the headings. So these are the headings. So now, if we look back in the code, we can see that they have created some IDs. One of them is called winter and one of them are called summer. So right here, we will always need to add a hashtag, then put the name of the ID, and then these brackets, and then we want the background color to be like, I prefer this one to be blue. Now for the next one will be winter, then these brackets, and then ground color blue. Actually, not really blue. Well, for summer, since summer is hot and it's all yellow, I'll put yellow. And over here, since winter's a little bit cold, I'll put blue. And it might look rainbowish. So why do we need IDs? Like, let's say that if you want to highlight something, then you could put the ID name. First, you need to make an ID or it'll give you an error like this. So right here, I'll put a comment. Good. And right here, then right in the middle over there, I'll put, it's usually like this. Let's say that if you want the name of it, well, first you need to describe it. Is it a paragraph? Is it a heading? Is it what? So right here, I'll put paragraph. right here, paragraph, then the ID name. So I'll just call it paragraph. I'll just call it paragraph. And then I'll put good. And then which word is it? I'll put paragraph. I'll put it paragraph, and then you'll need to end it, which means it is a paragraph. Now I already have it perfect. Now right here, good. Now right there, I'll put, well, what should I put right here? Well, since it is, I'm gonna put the name, which is right there, and the name is paragraph. Name is paragraph. And then background. Then finally background, like that. And the background color, which means right here, I'll put color. And then what should the background color to be? Let's put it this time green. And over here there's an error. Did you put HTML code inside a CSS area? Let's see. Maybe now we don't need that. And for now we just don't really need that. And it's perfect. You could change it, like for an example, to RGB color. And you can make it its color like that. I prefer it to be like, I will like it like this. Now, if you see that this thing is gonna change colors, if you see, okay. Now this thing can always get so colorful. So now I want it to be around. Now I would like it to be back to regular, which means it was first yellow. So now we could just delete the RGB and put in yellow. Okay, there looks like there's a little bit of problem. Good, now everything's perfect. Now right in here, yellow. Now you finished the challenge, seasonal ads. So right now we have known the basics of seasonal ads. So right here, yes. Right here. Now right in here, I'll put seasonal IDs. Seasonal IDs. So right here, I'll just delete that. So now let's go ahead and review what we've learned. So we have a dog tape HTML. It's the HTML, then goes the head, and then the title here, seasonal ads, which is just right there. Then the style, we need to add style if you want some if you want some CSS, you could add any CSS you like this, IDs. Then goes the ending head, then goes the starting body. Then this is the body, so anything in between the body, it'll be the main thing that is gonna appear on when you run it, usually. So you finish the challenge, seasonal ads. Wow, what some interesting code. Now you know how to apply IDs in HTML. So, what is your main takeaway in this video? You can comment it at our channel. See you on episode 6.